yes, you want to be proactive. You also want to be quick to react. So a couple of the examples that you gave, I'm going to speak to that. I'll also speak to the lead form and capture that you can have follow-ups on as well. You know, I think that everyone here has seen that Nice Job is not just doing reviews. They are really focusing on generating that really high quality referral, you know, top of funnel, so that you are paying attention to and responding to much more qualified leads who understand your business better because of these reviews. They're more educated, they're more informed, they're using those keywords that they know and that you know that new leads who come in who are the best potential clients are responding best to. So I'm going to share my screen and I will go through what Smith.ai does and just give you a little bit of an overview here on how our receptionists can help to drive the most results, the most new clients from these campaigns that you are working on with reviews and across the board from any sort of advertising, any landing pages. Want to make sure that you are capturing all the available leads to your clients, enabling them to do so. And we do this through live receptionists that staff chat, phone calls, text, and Facebook. So those top channels that Curtis mentioned are generating leads, and where obviously the most reviews also exist. That's where we are also going to see those phone numbers, the websites that have the chat, and we can respond to those so that we are prompt and capturing leads and converting them into a consult or a client or a product purchase. So what does Smith.ai do? So we're a virtual receptionist service. We're North American based in 24/7. We have our own technology, our own call center software, our own chat software that plugs into your systems, your phone system, your website. Maybe you're using Nice Job's website for your clients, and it will respond. We can respond to all of the phone calls that come through, whether they're leads or clients, and the chats that come through, in addition to text messages that come through and Facebook Messenger messages. So when you see, as we have seen this year, that there's a 70% increase in the amount of screen time and time spent on Facebook and the social platforms, more so now than ever. We've got the pandemic, we have various other issues and opportunities that are presenting themselves more and more online, and people are paying attention. This is also where they are looking for recommendations. Facebook has its own recommendation engine, right? We are seeing the reviews come through and generate interest on these platforms that extends beyond Google, though Google is still very important. And they may not visit your website. They may just visit your Facebook page. So we want to make sure that we equip you to give your clients the opportunity to be responsive without interrupting them. So what do we do for agencies? Well, first of all, we work with agencies so that their clients in many of the same verticals that Curtis has already mentioned are equipped to be responsive without having to be responsible for that responsiveness. And what that means is your clients are busy doing their work every day. And you as an agency are not going to stand up your own call center to make sure that they answer the leads who you're generating for them and who are being generated from these reviews. They're lawyers, they're financial advisors, they're professionals in home and business services. You may also be working with startups, software companies, small businesses on Main Street, e-commerce. It doesn't matter. Everyone is going to have a website and a phone number, and new leads are going to come through, many of whom are generated and are exposed to your clients' businesses through reviews, recommendations, and referrals. Now, what we know is 2 out of 3 potential clients and customers base their decision to go with that business simply on the responsiveness to a first call or email or touch point from that lead. So if there is significant money being spent on marketing programs by your clients through you, and they are not responsible for, and they're not responsive to those calls that are being generated from these programs, then the ROI is going to be significantly suppressed. And we want to make sure that you get the best results for your clients, but that the burden isn't on them because their level of busyness is not going to change. Now, the problem is that they're going to measure your agency's success by how many new clients are generated from these campaigns, not by how many new leads are created, right? So we want to make sure that we're facilitating conversion as much as possible, and the biggest impact on conversion is responsiveness. Responsive businesses win more clients. So we are solving the problem of missed calls. We're solving the problem of businesses that don't even know they have a text-enabled number and those texts are never answered. We're solving the problem that someone is visiting a website and website chat is not available and they're not quite comfortable. Take a legal client who maybe their client has a DUI issue or some criminal issue, some immigration issue, and they're sensitive about it and they don't want to talk about it on the phone because it feels too personal. They want to chat. Enabling that means opening up the channels that your clients are most comfortable and prefer using, and that is going to assist conversion. Now, we also know that simply taking voicemails and leaving messages with chat bots that say, sorry, we're not here right now, end up hurting conversion too. It's not about just setting up the platform, not just having a working phone number or chat that takes messages on your website. Because when you make those calls back, when that client tries to call back that lead, there is a less than 50% chance that that lead is going to look at that strange phone number and pick up the phone. We know thanks to rampant spam and spammers and spoof sales calls in this country that people are not picking up the phone. So as a result, your conversion rate just completely drops off the cliff and your chances of reconnecting with that client go down, as does your chance of having ROI from your marketing campaigns for them. So the primary use cases are to convert these callers, these web visitors, these people who are texting and sending Facebook messages as a result of seeing the stellar reviews, the campaigns that you're running that promote your clients' products and services. They're going to convert them, they're going to capture them, and we can do a number of things when we are on the phone or when we are engaging in a chat with them, not only taking down all relevant information, but also screening out those clients who are not a good fit. Now, we know that when you have your review game really strong, those referrals and those people who read the reviews that are better educated about your clients' products and services, they're naturally going to be more qualified. When a business is working with a marketing agency, we know that that is part of the work that you do to make sure that qualified leads are sent. But we want to make sure that we're capturing the right information, qualifying them as much as is necessary, and then taking the next step. We don't just want to take messages. And if you're using a current answering service that is doing that, I really encourage you to look for solutions and use Smith.ai. Try us. We offer a free trial, and I'll talk about that later. We want to carry out the next step and secure that lead on your schedule. Let's say you're in professional services, lawyers, financial advisors, professional services providers have consultations. IT professionals have assessments, and that requires scheduling a call. You also lock in that time with that lead when you book time on their calendar. It's reserved, they're committed, they stop their search as soon as not a message is taken for them, and they sort of think, okay, this is slightly better than voicemail. Not so sure that I'm going to hear back from this business. But when they have a consultation scheduled, when they have a call transferred to someone who is in the office at your client's business, and they actually can carry out that conversation, or they have a scheduled time to continue that conversation, that is going to impact conversion the most. Now, what is this about the price point being $0 to $2,000 plus a month? Well, we offer a free chatbot, so that's completely free, and that can go right on your site. That can go on your Nice Job site. It can go anywhere where you have web visitors. We want to be super responsive, and that can screen and capture leads very effectively, but really where you get into the best practices with our live agents who are 24/7 answering these calls and chats and texts. And the price starts at just $140 a month. But the reason that I show the range here is because no matter the size of the business that you're working with, we know that the cost of a call or a chat that's handled by Smith.ai, which is $5 to $8, let's say, there are optional add-ons, you are going to see a huge positive impact by the client that is secured, and their value is what is secured. So if you have a call that is $7 with Smith.ai, and you have a client for your law firm client who is worth $2,000, well, you don't want to miss that call, and you more than paid for Smith.ai being on the phone. So it's really a enabling cost. It more than pays for itself, but it can scale to whatever size business that you're working with. So you can use us yourselves, you can manage the accounts of your clients, you can simply refer your clients to us. Much like Curtis mentioned, we have a very flexible approach here. Now, as I mentioned, just to talk about a couple services, yes, we have 24/7 live receptionists. They are not high school students. These are professionals who came from office management, from military call centers, from paralegal backgrounds. They are professionals who are established in their skill set of customer service and sales and hospitality. We can qualify leads, we can complete intake forms, we can collect payment if it's due for a consultation, we can also do appointment setting and even callback scheduling, not to mention review requests and calls back to those leads that you're capturing with Curtis's tools as well. Now, when someone completes that web form, we can automatically respond and carry out the same workflow as if they were an inbound call. And we're blocking spam and sales calls for free so that our wonderful receptionists are focusing all their time and energy on that new lead who just read that review, and they're really excited to learn more and sign up for the business. We do pretty much the same thing on chat. The intake forms and the conversation, sometimes these are longer, but the price is largely the same for both calls and chat service with Smith.ai. We're doing lead intake, we're doing qualification, and what's really amazing is that we can even see of the questions that are asked within chat, what is the conversion rate? What questions are they getting caught up on or not answering, so that we can help you optimize that lead capture. Much like Curtis was talking about with the first text message and then the 3 emails that come after, there is an open rate, there's a click rate, there's a conversion rate, and you want to put that high converting stuff in the top, in the front, right in front of them first. That's exactly what we want to do too. We want to make sure that any questions that our agents are asking is relevant and sort of spoken in the language of the lead. And that's something that you probably know also really well because you're writing the ad copy, you're setting up the campaigns, and you know maybe even better than the client what resonates in terms of the language to use. And we can take your guidance and translate that into how phone conversation goes, how chat goes, and even how text messages are responded to using the language of the clients. I'll give you an example. You may have use a law firm example again. So you may have a personal injury firm that you're working with, and maybe before you came in and you started working with them, all over their website was car wrecks this, car wrecks that. But all of their clients are chatting in and they're saying car accidents this, car accidents that. They're not using the same language, and that's creating a gap. It's creating a gap in the trust and understanding that this is the right firm for them because they're not using the same language. Now, if you know that, then we can build that into our ability to answer calls. You can build that into how the review copy and the requests go out. How did this firm help you with your car accident case, not car wreck? Right? So that's a sort of level of customization that really makes you in tune with your clients and with their clients. Now, there is a free CRM integration included with every call and chat plan. That means that HubSpot, Salesforce, Clio, as Curtis mentioned, many of the other contact management solutions, even intake systems, billing systems, you can choose one, and that will be free with every account for your clients. So no matter what they're using, they might not all be on the same thing. They all get the calls and chats logged in their system so that they can follow up, so that those automations can run that are set up when a new lead is generated. And that's really important to make sure that you are not creating some data entry chore for your clients or someone on their team. It's automatically logged in their system, and that's with a call summary note from the receptionist, with the entire chat transcript, so that when they have that consultation that we schedule for them and they win that new lead, they are equipped to do so with the entire context of that conversation, which makes them really prepared to sell and win that client. Now, how do we work? We have plans, and they're customized for your clients and their needs. We have optional add-ons if you want to add on the scheduling. If your clients are a law firm and they charge a fee for a consultation, we can take that payment by credit card over the phone so that there is no hiccup, there is no delay into getting to that next stage in the sales funnel. We have clear and predictable billing by charging per call or per chat, not per minute. Who knows how long the calls are going to be? We want to have it easy and predictable so that you know, my clients normally get 20 calls a month. You're going to pay for 20 calls. Each call is $7. It's $140 a month. Now you can choose to have a preferred partner rate and then, bill your clients with a markup, or you can just simply refer to us. We'll take complete care of them. You can say, this is not my core competency. I want to make sure that they are equipped with Smith.ai, but I don't necessarily want to manage and handhold every account. I want Smith.ai to do that. We can do that and bill them directly. Totally up to you if you bill them or if we do. Now, the beautiful thing is that we can get receptionists and chat set up with our expedited form in just hours. If you have the complete setup, where we go through every different angle of the business, then it will take us about 1 to 2 days. So plenty of options, and we're not going to stall your marketing campaigns. As soon as you get that campaign up, you can expect us to be right in lockstep with you. Now, how does this benefit you? Well, you can resell Smith.ai, you can refer Smith.ai, or you can even use Smith.ai, and for every new client that you bring on, you can get a $25 a month account credit, and your service pays for itself no matter what your volume is at your agency. So there are plenty of options depending on whether or not you want to use us. What we recommend is that you use us, because having that chat on your own website and having a friendly receptionist on your own phone lines introduces and basically quietly sells a service that earns you money and better results for your clients that you want to promote, and it's baked into your experience as an agency, and they want that for themselves. They're going to be asking for that, and that makes selling Smith.ai even easier for you. Now, how does this work? We have a trial, which is 14 days or 20 calls, whichever comes first. Now, if you go on the chat side, it's 20 chats. You can have a free trial for both services. These are live staffed 24/7. Yes, we do have that free chat bot as well. Now, we don't expect that you're going to know Smith.ai like the back of your hand. It is completely white glove. We will be as involved as you want us to be. We can work with you directly to set up your clients, and they'll have no interaction with Smith.ai, or you can be jointly on calls and emails with us to set up the client. We can have playbooks and templates so that setting up every next client is easier, and we know exactly how you want those client accounts to be set up. Or if you refer the client to us, we will just work with them directly, set them up with exactly the same level of white glove care that you would give to them, that you expect and that they demand. Now, we want to make sure that if you do plan to scale a lot of clients up with Smith.ai, that we start first with 1 to 2 clients. We refine the directions. We say, what are the common workflows that we can identify and replicate every time? Oh, every one of your clients is using HubSpot. Great, we're going to have a workflow for that. And we know to test that when we work with your first client. We can also test it by using you and your agency. Now, the beautiful thing is that you may say, I know that it's a best practice to have scheduling happen on every call. I'm going to have the receptionist for my clients attempt a transfer to the principal at the business or just the support or sales team. And then if I can't make that transfer, if the receptionist can't make that transfer, then they're going to schedule the call with the appropriate team member. Great. If you want that to happen every single time, then we will build plans that are customized for your agency that always include appointment scheduling. And you may say, all of my clients use Calendly or Acuity or whatever tool you're using. We can make sure that that's set up in the workflow so that we are not asking with every new client, do you want scheduling and what system do you use? It's more of a checkbox that we have already enabled in our back end, and we know you're going to get scheduling. It's just, what's your Calendly link? So we will streamline that so it is easy for you to send new clients, enable them to capture the most leads as possible using Smith.ai. And then we also want to celebrate you and bring you to light to our small business, professional services, client base. We have a ton of clients and a greater community who is looking for best practices from agencies. We have co-webinars that we set up to share what's new with SEO, what's new with websites, what's new with reviews. So we want to partner with you, and we want to bring your expertise to light to help bring business back to you. We want to give an exemplary experience and to show a model of success that other agencies look up to and they say, wow, they really got it dialed in. And your clients are saying, I'm so proud of my agency. They are being highlighted by this other brand that's recognizing them. So we want to give you quality backlinks and a platform to speak to. We also will give you, if you are managing your clients, a portal so that you can see, or they can see if you want them to have access to this and they're signing up themselves, all of the call and chat history. There are detailed call notes, chat transcripts that you can get access to, or that your direct clients get access to, depending on their level of access that you want to enable for them. So there is an entire record here in addition to it going into the CRM. Now, after every single conversation, whether it's a call, chat, or text, your clients or you, if you choose to not have Smith.ai notify them and all communications come through you, there will be an email and or a text message that notifies that that conversation has been completed. We also integrate with Slack and with Microsoft Teams so that you are in the loop even though you're not interrupted, even though your client's not interrupted. So maybe they have shared Slack channels. Maybe you have a shared Slack channel where you're managing multiple clients and you want to see the call volume that's coming through because you just created a marketing campaign and you just spun up a new ad set. You can keep an eye on that and you can say, well, we just launched this new ad campaign with Nice Job. We're seeing the calls coming through. People are recommending our clients' business more than ever. And look at that. I can see the call summary from Smith.ai receptionist. I can see the chat just happened on that website and an appointment was booked. I see the result. That's impressive. Then the full picture really comes together. Now, I mentioned lead qualification. We also support English and Spanish, both on the phone with English and Spanish speaking live agents, but then also on chat. And we have natural language processing here so that if I come to your client's website and I speak Spanish and our agent who is in touch with that person on the website speaks English, I can write in Spanish and the agent will see it in English, in their language. They'll write back in English and I'll see it in Spanish. Now that is absolutely amazing. You can show the original translation so anyone in your team can understand the full context in the conversation no matter what language they speak, but it is exceptional client service to have it in the language of preference for your clients' clients. Now, Smith.ai is 5-star rated ourselves. We do take reviews as seriously as Curtis is espousing. So check us out online, see what we're all about, and see the reviews from our clients and from the agencies that we work with. And we would love to give you a trial so that you can see exactly what it is that we deliver and have the full expectation and understanding of what experience your clients are going to get. On our website, you can read more partner testimonials. We work with people who are in IT, people who are in marketing, agencies of all kinds. And we work with all the solutions, all the website hosts, all the phone VoIP systems, CallRail, you name it. We know what systems you and your clients need us to integrate with, and we have done so already, so we are set up for you. Now, we mentioned that there's extra cost for scheduling and intake. All plans are month to month. So if you're using something, you try it, you say, well, $1 per call for scheduling is a total no-brainer. I mean, my clients are worth hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars for them, depending on what vertical they're in. Then adding $1 that increases conversion rate is probably not something that's going to end up being a big concern. But during the trial, we can add on all of these add-ons for you at no cost. So for those 20 calls or 20 chats, you'll easily see the value of the things that are most important to improving the conversion rate. Now, do we have to answer all the calls and chats? So for chats, we actually can have the widget only show up at certain times if your clients are already staffing their own chat, but they're only doing it during business hours. Same thing for the phones. We can pick up after 1 or 2 rings so that there's no missed call. We can also just be set up after hours or weekends so that when the team is out of the office for your clients' businesses, then we are there to respond 24/7 so you never miss a lead. And we know that there's about a quarter of leads that are coming through after hours and weekends. So it's important that those don't go to voicemail and that they don't have any different experience. Talking again about reviews. You don't want the reviews for your clients' businesses to reflect anything other than the actual service itself. But so often, how do we see these reviews that are based on the, oh, they didn't pick up the phone. Well, that's not based on how good of a plumber they were or how good of a landscaper or a lawyer they were, but that 1-star review is going to come through simply because they didn't pick up the phone. It's the scenario when you're at a restaurant, you have bad service, but the food is great and you have a bad review. That's a shame and it's totally preventable. So don't have any negative experience come through for your clients. Don't risk a negative review by making sure that no matter how busy they are, their phones, their chats, their texts, their Facebook messages are always answered. So it is a precautionary, proactive measure. It is also a reactive measure so that we can be very prompt to respond and even making callbacks to leads who come through email or web forms or review lead gen forms that Nice Job provides. You will get complete and full support. We offer very flexible plans. We can bill you, as I mentioned, or the clients directly. You'll have a dedicated account manager, and you will be looped into all the updates insofar as you want to be. We have some agencies who say, we trust you, you work directly with the clients. We have others who say, we trust you, you work directly with this person on our team at our agency. When you have chat, importantly, there's not an extra cost for adding SMS and Facebook messages. It just counts as a single chat conversation like everything else. So we encourage that you set up that channel because you never know where the lead is going to come in. So how do we support you? You know, we really don't ask much of the agencies if we are working directly with the partners. Sure, we say if you're going to, you know, see how their calls are answered, you're using CallRail, you want to make sure that their systems are still set up perfectly and that there's no hiccup. Maybe we're going to ask you to help us QA or test a line, but really we will do it completely ourselves. So very bare bones tier 1 support is all that we would ever ask. Mostly we are handling the work ourselves without involving you. The first month, maybe you'll see 2 to 3 hours because you're refining your directions with us. We're setting up a playbook together for your clients, and that investment up front means very little time down the road. So we want to be a partner for you, and we want to demonstrate value immediately with that first call that comes through, and your clients are going to be so excited when they win new business and they don't have to bear the burden of answering all those calls, so many of which are spam and annoying sales calls and wrong numbers. Having a friendly receptionist, having a friendly live chat agent makes them look good. It gives them peace of mind, and it allows them to focus on doing great work for their clients which in turn results in those 5-star reviews that you're going to help them capture. So if you want to get started, as I mentioned, there's a free trial. We have a simple form. It's an online form, or you can set up a call with our onboarding team. Our plans are month to month. We do have discounts available for annual plans for 15% off. And to get started, you can just email us at partners@smith.ai, or you can book a call with our partner team, and we will share the Calendly link with you so that you can schedule that at any time.